What's up, everybody? This is Sante. Welcome to FairUse. Let me go ahead and put the logo up here. Soon y'all could call in if you like. Talk about a couple things. Also, didn't know if I was coming tonight, but hey, why not? It's Saturday night. Welcome to FairUse. For those that's in my Facebook land and those that are in YouTube. Shout out to my people out in Twitter. So tonight, talk about a couple serious issues. One might be a little bit of education, but also want to talk about, before we get to the issue of the main topic of the source, I would like to ask you, whoever's watching, would you please go ahead and hit the share button for me if you're on a platform like Facebook or Twitter. If you're watching YouTube, I ask that you hit the like button and subscribe. Tonight, there we go. Tonight we talk about the main topic of the source is HBCUs relevant. Do they serve a major purpose now in 2023? And the reason why I'm asking this is because I think they may, but at the same time, I really have a lot of questions about it, because we're looking at people like Deion Sanders and Ed Reed, and not only famous NFL alumni that's coming back to help, but people of stature that's coming back that's outside of those type of realms, and they saying that it's full of corruption. They saying people not doing the right things. We got two examples recent: Bethune-Cookman, which I was interested in when I was graduating high school. Bethune-Cookman, that's where Ed Reed coached at, just got fired. If you don't know who Ed Reed is, he's a famous, he's not as famous as Deion, but he's a famous NFL player, ex-NFL player, Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer. Came back to help came back to give back what he could. Things didn't work quite the way they were supposed to. So he got fired basically today. Corruption, misappropriation of money supposed to go to certain facilities, never did or doesn't go. And they say that's the basic practice around mostly all the HBCUs. So I'm going to get into that conversation. If you would like to, buzz in, you really can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I will bring the number up on the screen in a moment, and we can talk about that if you would like to call in. But before we go up into that, I would like to go ahead and bring a topic. Let me make sure I'm here. Okay. I would like to bring up a topic. Let me see here. I don't think I got my quality level up the way it's supposed to be. Hold on 1 second. I would like to, let me see here, my encoding setting. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Redo something, guys, because my quality setting wasn't where I wanted it to be. So let me make sure that I'm okay. I'm back. Let me make sure. Okay. I'm back. Let me make sure here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Before I go further, I just want to make sure. Hey, I got the scary movie. I got the scary movie music playing on the back just because I'm tired of getting hit. I'm tired of getting damn cut off or strike by YouTube or Facebook. So I'm using scary movie music now. So hold on 1 second here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making sure we going. 1 second here. We'll wait for 20 seconds and then I'm gonna go ahead and resume where I'm at here. So am I good? I'm going? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. All right. There we go. We good. I had to stop and make sure that we was good. But I got the scary movie music playing because I just don't want the problems that I might have. Facebook and YouTube and Twitter hits me with all types of whenever I got music really playing. So I'm putting the scary music on the back. But are black colleges really even necessary at this point? A lot of them just seem like they filled with violence, y'all. And then a lot of corruption with the misappropriation of funds and stuff. So I want to talk about that. Not saying that not saying what I think, but what do you think? And is our dignitaries like a Dion or Ed Reed and people, the stature that come back to try to help? Well, let's get back to. I want to get back to that in a minute. What I want to talk about, segueing back into hopefully back into the topic of hand of what the title was, but we're 2 years or a year and some change, basically 2 years into the point where people were getting y'all can see it, the jab, the serum put into their arm because of you can't barely even say it now because you can get flagged and kicked off. But I'll say it. We're around 2 years into people being able to having the jab, the shot in their arm to keep them safe or keep us safe from spreading or contracting the vid 19 of them. If you know what I'm saying. Hopefully I was able to say it enough where I wasn't getting striked or cut off. But it's starting to come out now that, and I guess the scary music need to be playing behind me for this. that a lot of people are starting to have heart complications due
Need e-commerce?
to the jab. A lot of people, after 2 years of the jab that was supposed to keep people safe and not spreading the you know what, now studies are coming with a lot of young people that are starting to have blood clots and heart problems. They say that it's a tick of uprising in people getting or having heart palpitations because of this. I emailed myself something the other day so I wouldn't forget that I can bring this up today. But I will let me look on my email, and I'm gonna look on my email, but I'm gonna tell you guys what it was. Here we go. I emailed myself this the other day. It's a new variant that's out, okay? So let me see what it is. Here we go. New variant. I want you guys to look this up. You get a chance. The new variant for the COVID-19. It's not that anymore. The new variant. And I'm going to tell you what the people that's susceptible of it now. The variant is called XBB 1.5. Look it up. I mean, it's real. I don't know where they get the names from, but that's what it is. Variant XBB 1.5. And the people that's supposed to be the most subject to it is the people that have gotten vaccinated. That's the study. That's the case study. That's the news. And people don't want to talk about it. You don't hear much of it. You don't hear much of anything about it on the news anymore. Some tend to think that the problem that happened to the guy that was in the NFL was that too. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the problem that happened to him. They feel like that was the problem that happened to him. Yo, what's up, Malik? I know you got something to say about this, man. You know, it might be good for you to come on if you're available. If you're available to come on, let me know. I don't know if you are. Malik, if you're available, let me know. But maybe we could talk about that for a second. And then maybe we can segue. I really, would like to talk about the HBCU thing, but I'd like to kind of tackle this whole thing too when it comes to what's going on with the variant that I spoke about. But it's true. It's true. So now that, some studies and reports are coming back, because you remember how it was. I mean, when you didn't take it, for the people that didn't take it, you had everybody making you feel worse or bad that you didn't take it, or that you were a super spreader, or you were, you're not compliant. You're not doing what you're supposed to do for the greater. Now I understand people that took it, that understood they had to take it, because I'm not knocking anybody that did what they have to do for their livelihood, because I understand people had to do what they had to do in order to either keep their jobs, or they had to, the most part was you had to do it to keep your jobs. A lot of people had to take it in order to be able to keep their jobs, or in order to travel to make money. So I understand why people had to take it. But now there's some reports coming back that's really disturbing on people that took it, and it's being brushed up under the rug. It's being brushed up under the rug, y'all, and so for the one, like I told you, there's a new variant. And the new variant is called, and like I said, I ain't got nothing against people that took it. They did what they had to do. I mean, we all got to do what we got to do. But they made people feel real bad for not taking it. You understand? So the new variant is supposed to be, more to affect, actually to spread more amongst the people that took the vaccine. I don't understand how you had a vaccine that came out. It never stopped anybody from getting anything. It never stopped anybody from spreading it. It never stopped anybody from getting sick. And the majority of the people that were in the hospital, I think, were the vaccinated. So now what is, man, nobody even want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. But what is, like I told you, is coming out in the wash now is that, and I hate that this type of news is coming out, but it's saying that they saying that this type of stuff, they saying the people, they saying the results is, blood clots and heart problems. Go figure. And they say that it's at the rate that it's going, or the rate that it's at, that is uncommon more than any other time. Is it coincidence, or is it happenstance, or is it based in some type of truth, fact of the matter? I don't know. But you got to use your common sense. That young guy that did pass out on the at the NFL game, I forgot what team he played. What team he played for? Cincinnati. Buffalo. They were in Cincinnati, but they say there was also other NFL players who have passed out. They not reporting it. They're not reporting it. So, I just would like to get your take on that. Or if you don't even got to get your take, what you think about that? Seriously. I would bring up some reports because, like I say, this is fair use.
I tried
this is fair use. I want to talk about something that actually means something, and for people to really think about it. So moving forward. And look, at the end of the day, you do what everybody done or did what they had to do. I'm just now looking at the whole situation like, is that people did something without researching. And we all do a lot of stuff to kill ourselves every day. Either it's drinking or smoking or whatever, but the consequence of it. Like, you drink too much, you're going to fuck up your liver. You know it. You smoke too much or whatever you're doing, you're damaging your lungs. You take pills, whatever your vice is, you know that you're damaging your kidneys, the process. Oh, we damaging shit. We get it. But with this, this thing that people was told to take, they don't know, or they didn't know what side effects they put themselves in for. You know what I mean? So everybody took it, and I understand why people took it. I understand that. I understand exactly why people did what they had to do. I get it. But people did it up under the guise of they didn't know. So now we here. And what do? Really can't do nothing about it now. I don't know how many millions, So all we can do is pray, looking forward to looking forward, and hopefully, whatever that was or is, the death angel passed. I don't know. I'm just talking serious business. Like, honestly, seriously. So moving forward, Hey. So moving forward over to the HBCU conversation. And the reason I ask, because that's a topic that's a lot of people on social media are talking about, especially on YouTube, but with the thing with Deion Sanders and Ed Reed and a lot of other popular people that's went back to help HBCUs as far as with their star status or their ability to recruit or to bring funds into HBCUs. A lot of them are showing that the HBCUs, most of them are corrupt. Deion didn't want to come out and say it, but that's what Deion basically said. A lot of misappropriation of funds, not doing the right thing with space. So of course we know that was happening in Mississippi State. People got mad at Deion for leaving, but you can't. Ed Reed, Bethune-Cookman, basically got fired today. Like I said, popular NFL player that went back. Now I'm not saying all the HBCUs are like that, but they're starting to be not a trend, but it's starting to be the conversation of, you know, how important is the HBCU? You know, is a HBCU degree, how is it looked at now? In specific, some people, let me see. Of course that happens with PWI schools too, but they can afford it. I think the problem is, what people are saying is that misappropriation ain't never good for whatever it is that you're doing. You shouldn't be stealing or messing around and misplacing money. But they saying like that HBCUs are complaining and also saying that they need funding and they need this and that. But once they get it, they're not doing the right things with it. So the dorms are suffering. People are upping their salaries, but they're not appropriating the money where it's supposed to go. If anywhere, it's, if anything, so it's not helping the students. So that's why I guess people are talking like our HBCUs are really important. Then another topic of the HBCUs is that none of them are, from my understanding, I don't know, but a lot of the conversation, I think the HBCUs are important. I think it's a importance to it. But they say it's not, none of the presidents or the founders of those are actually black people. So are they, what's really black about them? What's really black about a historically black college? Is that it just, is it penned? Is it just that it's penned for a black people? Or what make them majority a black college if the founders are not actually black? So that's one that, what people also say too, like, is it really a black institution just because you call it that? I mean, here's my I guess this is my thought on things. Here's my personal thought on things. Do I think they're important? I think they're important to a certain extent. I think secondary education is, after high school education is important. So I got a whole thought pattern on that. Do I think HBCUs are important? I think they are to a certain extent, but are they really HBCUs in the long haul? And what I'm saying by that is, if you do not control the funding, you really don't own anything. You can call it what you want, but it's really not. Who is actually funding the black college? If white people are funding the black college, is it really a black college. No, it's a white college. So in my opinion, HBCUs are PWIs, that's section for black people. Well, like, so I'll read what you said. Well, like so many things in life, Founders was black, but again, it needed funding. We didn't have it, so others tapped in and took over. Well, like so many things in life, Founders was black, but again, in needing funding, we didn't have. He said, I need to go to a HBCU. You see, I'm reading like he woo woo e ooh ooh ah bing bang. But I'm reading like a 14th year 12th grader. No, I get what you're saying. But the thing again, if somebody's funding, that's like you funding your house. It's your house. I can't come in and say it's mine. You the one that's funding the house. You're paying for the gas, utilities, water, trash pickup. You paying for it. You paying for it all. I can't come in and say this is Sante's house. No, it's Nakia's house. I'm just living in there. And I can call it, I have a mailing address, and from the surface, the post people might look at it, perception, it might be my house because I'm living in it, but it's not my house. So, and there's certain things that we got to do, we as black people that's in those or running those institutions, in order to continue to get those fundings, because you government based backed and get and whatever. There's certain criteria that you have to satisfy to get that funding in order to be able to get it. So do you really own it? You know what I'm saying? Like if you the landlord, there's certain stipulations of that lease as a tenant that I have to do to satisfy in order for you to keep me there. So are they, to me, I don't think HBCUs are really HBCUs. I'm just thinking of it on the end of who's footing the bill, who's paying it. But, that's just how I'm thinking of it. But do I think it's important to be in a place where the majority of people look like you? I do. But I guess what the problem is that they finding out that there's a lot of corruption with people that's getting this funding, whatever the case may be. They're not doing the right things with it. So they're saying that it's not really helping the students as much as they could. Dion didn't put them on blast as far as with Mississippi State, telling them, what really happened or how it happened and this and that. But I guess he wasn't going to drag them through the mud. But Ed Reed really kind of, if you look up Ed Reed as far as Bethune-Cookman, they're saying that most and the majority of all HBCUs, now these are guys that's in there, and it's kind of floating around the wire. Let me show you real quick. Let me share my screens. I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on 1 second here. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Move this over here. Scale it up a little bit. Okay. Boom. So if you can see, I can share my screen right here. You see, look this guy up, Ed Reed. Look this guy up, Ed Reed. They're talking about, Ed Reed is talking about what's going on, not only at Bethune-Cookman, but what's happening at Mississippi State, what's happening at Hampton, what's happening at Central State, all of them. And not saying that he's 100% right, but I guess the wool is being pulled up, And like I say, I don't think the HBCU can really afford it, because I ain't never been to one. I ain't never been to one, visited on campus, but what I heard from Bethune-Cookman, is pretty bad looking. In pretty bad shape. they can't afford to be misappropriating funds. So what's so let me ask you this. If you had an opportunity for your son or your daughter to go to Grambling or go to you got an opportunity for your son to go to Grambling, Hampton, Morehouse, whatever, any of these, or even Hampton, Tuskegee, any of these places, right? They had an opportunity to go there, or full ride, or Michigan State, Florida State, Alabama, UCLA, USC. Let's be honest. USC, University of California, Southern California. Illinois, U of M. Where would you send your kid? Barring all things was equal, full ride scholarship. What would you do, honestly? What would you do if it was your kid? Now, it was you. What would you do? Who can answer that honestly, if anybody's watching? And be honest with yourself. Who would do it? Honestly. Who would do it? If you had the opportunity, you got a full ride scholarship anywhere. Like I said, Morehouse, Grambling, Tuskegee, all of these black colleges, right? But you also had the same opportunity to go to Michigan State, University of Southern California, Alabama, University of Florida, all these prestigious white colleges. Let's go ahead and, I know we love to be black now, but let's tell the truth. Where would you go? If your son, daughter had an opportunity, barring all things equal, to go to any school, fully paid, where are you sending them? To a black college or the predominantly white institutions? Where are you going to send them? Be honest. Where you know that they're going to get the best opportunity. Is a degree from the University of Michigan, basically a blue blood school, where the minimum degree is worth. The minimum degree from Michigan is worth a lot. Say you get a degree from let's say where Dion coached at, Mississippi. Okay, you get the best degree from Mississippi where Deion Sanders coached at. Get the highest degree there, or the lowest degree from the University of Michigan. Which one is worth more? You tell me. And which one would you send your kid to? Barring all things was equal. Who can tell me exactly what they do? And be honest. I'm going to send my kid to where? What will you do? Who going to answer that? And be honest. And you don't have to say anything, because you'll send your kid to Michigan. If your kid had an opportunity to play football or basketball for University of Michigan or Bethune-Cookman, you're sending him to University of Michigan. It's just it's just a fact of the matter. Okay, so it ain't like HBCUs, in my opinion, ain't had, things are never equal. Never equal. Things ain't never fair, and things ain't gonna never be fair, in my opinion. Say I will put yours. What you said on here, kid? You said this day and time I would do full ride HBCU for your son, Morehouse or PWI. No. You can't do that. Now you said Morehouse or LSU. Morehouse or LSU. Which one would you pick? Be honest. Full ride to both, Morehouse or LSU. Say your son. Tell the truth now. Tell the truth. Say your son got a full ride football scholarship. Say he likes football, whatever he likes, right? Full ride, or he's going for whatever he's doing, medical, but he got a full ride. Where are you gonna tell him to go? Honestly, Morehouse or LSU? Where is he going to get the best? Honestly, which one would you tell him to do? See, I got to Morehouse. You say Morehouse. You say Morehouse. Which one would you think would be the best for him, though? That's going to give him the best opportunity when he's done. Morehouse or LSU? Morehouse or LSU? Which one you think gonna give him the best opportunity? And this is for anybody that want to answer this question. You think Morehouse would? Okay. Well, I feel you. And that's a good, in Morehouse, you can't deny is like it's a wonderful place. So, full ride to Morehouse, full ride to LSU. And you choose Morehouse. Okay. I get it. If my son, I'm sending him to LSU. Say he was in the football, basketball. He was in the football, basketball. This is his thing. He's going to have a greater opportunity, to be able to make it to the next level. I just would go to, be honest with you, because even though it has as prestigious as Morehouse is, unfortunately, in the job force, they're gonna look at LSU a lot different. If you're gonna go out to be working for someone, if you're going out to, who's gonna be hiring like your son or daughter what big corporations do black people really own? So let's say your son or your daughter leaves college and they becoming an executive at Walmart, right? Target, or whatever the case may be, right? Or Chrysler or BMW or whoever. I'm just asking. This is hypothetical. Forget, we ain't even got to talk about sports, but hypothetically, these corporations, they hire CEOs, they hire a CEO, they hire a chief officer or whatever. Who do you think they're going to look at? Let's say BMW, Chrysler is hiring a chief financial officer. Do you think which degree do you think they're going to look at? Who you think they're going to give more weight to? Morehouse or LSU? You say, okay. So, All right. So I just looked up. Now I just looked up. Now LSU in education is ranked 106 nationally in education as far as college. Just education, period. 106. Morehouse overall ranking is 210. So those employers going to be looking at ranking. So I'm saying, like, I think Morehouse, nothing wrong with it. I think it's a great place. But at the end of the day, if all things being created equal, you can go to any school that you want to, which one is going to really serve the kid or you better, or whoever better? Will it be LS? Yeah, you might get a better experience as far as networking and all this and that. But at the end of the day, if you want to go get a job, and you could, if I'm from LSU and I'm competing with somebody from Morehouse, and I'm actively a good student, or I had a good GPA or whatever, my GPA from LSU is going to be counted more than one in Morehouse, because educationally wise, they will never allow Morehouse to be ranked better than LSU. So they're gonna. I mean, I'm not trying to be, I'm just looking at the stats. They're gonna look at it like our chief financial officer. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hire. We're gonna go. They always gonna go with LSU or Michigan State before they go to Morehouse and Mississippi State and all these black colleges. That's what they're gonna do. It's just the truth. But so that's what I'm saying. Ultimately, but barring all things being equal, but we know they never will be. I think Morehouse is a great place to be. I think it's a great place for a kid to go if they have the opportunity to go. I think the black college experience would be is a great probably experience for a lot of kids, because you're able to see a lot of people that look like yourself. You're able to have faculty and teachers that actually care more about you. You can relate. But so I do think it's a need. I'm not being up here being devil advocate and saying there ain't no need for them. Yeah, I think there is. But what I do think is also that they need to start appropriating these funds better, because they get tons and tons and tons. They get tons and tons of money from the government that is not placed. I ain't gonna say all the HBCUs, but the news and the stories are coming out that they are misappropriating. And yeah, a lot of schools and a lot of places are misappropriating funds. But at the end of the day, black colleges, quote unquote, can't afford misappropriation, because a lot of that maybe have visited campuses, their campus not looking as or well kept as, Oakland University campus looks better than Bethune-Cookman's or Mississippi State's, or I'm talking about, or Sacramento State. I mean, or community college or whatever. Whoever's watching from YouTube, and a shout out to my YouTube people and family. Thanks for tuning in, and also my Twitter. So I really appreciate you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the phone line. I got a couple things also that I want to talk about that I wanted to bring forward today. But that was one of the things I was talking about. So let me go and get my Google Voice number up. If you would like to call, please do. And like I say, this is fair use. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of things. I'm also come back tomorrow. I'm going to do a double hitter and come back tomorrow also. This is a lot what Kia just said. She said, your education speaks for its, and if you're going to a job interview and he presents himself knowledgeable, also what meant for him is meant for him, even though if he went to a St. Louis community college. Yeah, and I get that, and it do sound good. That I'm not saying that what's for him is not for him. You're right. What's meant for you will be gotten to you, but and nobody can stand in the way of that. But a lot of times, you know, like they say it's who you know. A lot of it is connections, and people tend to hire who look like them, or they're comfortable with. Let me see here. Let me go to, but I could be wrong. I don't know nothing. Like I told you all, I don't know nothing. Here go my number, 248-788-6374. If you want to call, chime in, please do. I'm gonna get my audio built in, everything good, hopefully. Let me see here. So, okay, I think everything is set up. If you guys want to call, you can. Okay, so if you want to call, you can. Hopefully it won't get any feedback. But like I say, what do I know? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I just know, I know that I just know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just know a couple little things. But I just got a perspective on a couple of little things. But I try to make sense of it all. But are HBCUs even relevant to have nowadays? What would be better? What, you know, are HBCUs really HBCUs? Are they really HBCUs for real? Because like I said, who's funding you is usually who's funding. It's like almost with it's almost kind of like with the NAACP, right? Who funds the NAACP? Who's the people that really own? Who are the people that really own the NAACP? It's not black people. Black people. It'll make you think it's black people. Who really owns BET? It's not even black people anymore. It'll make you think that it's black people because you see the majority of black people. It's not black. So are HBCUs really right? Every school is receiving government funds. That's right. And you're right about that. But they're not called, every school is not calling themselves HBCUs. So that's what I'm saying. Is HBCUs really PWIs? That's just got a black section. That's all I'm saying. Is it really a black school? How, you know, and that's all I'm saying is it really a black college? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, call in if you like. Call in if you like. Also, like I said earlier, HBCUs are funded by black people, but that's not the majority. The funding that actually keeps HBCU open. That's why you see them coming to the president and begging for money. You'll see them like how you see them with Donald Trump. Honestly, a lot of people don't give Donald Trump a lot of credit. I don't care what nobody say. He appropriated a lot of money to HBCUs. But HBCUs, a lot of funding and appropriation comes from the federal government. If you take that away, they not gonna make it. Black people funding of HBCUs will not keep the cafeteria open. You know, it just won't. I mean, they give money, but they're not giving enough. So that's what I'm saying. 248-788-6374. Also, like I said earlier, there is, I want to bring this back up. Go to my email. There's a new strand out. There's a new strand. Y'all can call 248-788-6374. There's a new strand out. Let me go back to my email here. What I sent here. Here we go. There's a new strand out. It's called, you dang near can't even say it without getting your channel messed up. But COVID variant XBB 1.5. Look it up. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the camera focus. It ain't gonna do it. There you go. You see it? Variant XBB 1.5. They say that this variant is affecting the vaccinated. That's you're more 80% to 90% more. Basically, you're 80 to 90% more capable of getting this new strand. That's what they say. Now, let me see. I'm telling you, I'll be doing my research. I'll be just watching. I don't even be looking stuff up like this. But it's in the news out of New Jersey, Chicago. It's called Omicron XBB. Just 2 days ago, 3-4 days ago. It's brand new. And it's highly contagious amongst the vaccinated. The nickname of it is called, it's a sub-variant. The nickname is called Kraken. Bull, I am not playing. The variant name, the sub-variant nickname for this XBB 1.5 is called Kraken. I don't know why it's called that. But it's a sub-variant, and I don't know. So it's that's the segue what I was talking about earlier. The new sub-variant, and they saying the transmission is more highly passed along, 80 to 90% more through the vaccinated. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's no joke. I am not lying. If you look it up, XBB 1.5, it's a new variant. It's called Kraken. It's an Omicron variant, and it's on the rise. I'm about to read I'm about to read it right now. It's called Kraken. The sub variant is on the rise. What to know? The new Omicron sub variant appears to be the most transmittable one so far. Okay. Why is it called Kraken? The Kraken is an enormous mythical multi-tentacle sea monster. Wow. So it's basically named after a sea monster, a mythical sea monster that's able to grab its tentacles and things. This is from the Yale, so you know I'm not making this up. So this is from a white institution, Yale Medicine. There's no, from what the vaccine is of no, basically the vaccine is of no consequence to it, meaning that basically it don't matter if you got it or not. It don't, and it's more transmittable amongst the people that have it. This is from the Yale Institute. This is crazy, brother. Man, I don't know what's going on now. Look it up, bro. It's cool. So I don't know what's going on, man. So that's what I wanted. I wanted to bring that up as a sub. So call anybody that wants to call. We could talk about this. Also, they saying, and I hope that it's not true, but evidence is starting to pile up and show that amongst the vaccinated, now symptoms are starting to come through. And the symptoms that are starting to come through on people are heart problems amongst the vaccinated. And that was one of the things I wanted to talk about too. But it's a lot of evidence that's pointing towards it and things like that. So I really don't know what's really going on with it. I don't know. But if you have anybody want to talk about if anybody wants to call in and talk about from either side, from my YouTube or my Facebook or my Western name or my Twitter has not been performing as well as I would like it to. I'm about ready to give you twits up. But YouTube, I like to thank those that do watch my YouTube. We're almost to getting monetized. It's not a lot of people. I mean, I still got a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I still have a decent amount of subscribers to get monetized, but I need those watch hours. So subscriptions, I need those, but also I need the watch hours. So so for those that watch on YouTube, I appreciate it and whatnot. So still trying to get monetized so I can get me a little $5-10 check a month. That'd be nice. But I'm being consistent. Like I say, I get on here and I talk and I just do what I do. But if I don't get a call in the next 2 or 3 minutes, I'm shutting it down for tonight because we're going into a little bit later and that's probably time for me to eat again. But I want you guys, to look that up. Look it up. KB 1.5. It's an Omicron variant. KBB 1.5. It's called Kraken. And I don't know, man. This stuff is crazy. And then a lot of the stuff that's coming out about I don't know, man. I do not know. I don't know, man. I hate that whatever they was doing in that dang on lab. I mean, this has totally changed the world, man. It's like you can't go nowhere now. You can't really enjoy yourself. You can't let your guard down and be with your family and have a nice bite to eat at a diner without worrying about if the waiter is sick or the cook is feeling good that day. And everybody has to work, so even if they're not feeling good, they still coming to work. You can't really enjoy yourself at the movies or whatever it is that you really like to do. You really can't do amongst people without having that in the back of your mind. Let's get it out of our minds. The vaccine does not stop anything. So it's like, we have found that out because people still get it and still transmit it. Then they say, so it don't matter. And it's like you can't, they changed everything. Now, I mean, people don't see each other like they used to. The connections between a lot of people are gone or minute at this point. The children that suffered, just think about it, a good 2 years of sitting in the house, roughly, or a year and a half. It depends. Some people did it more than others. Without being in school, without going to college or whatever, without going to games, dances, being able to fraternize freely and publicly with your co-workers and go out on dates with a newfound girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever the case may be. A lot of stuff have changed the way we even operate with each other. We spend more time on this, and in a lot of ways, these things are good and they help a lot, but we lost the connection. So now we come to each other like this now. And we trying to get back into the swing of things, but there's still an uneasiness when amongst a lot of people of us, or a lot of us come together. And then you try to talk to people a lot of times, and when you're talking to people, you gotta, depending on where you are, people talking to you with a mask on. I'll be one of them. You're talking to somebody, you got a mask on. How can you get personal when you're talking to somebody like this? I mean, you looking at a person's eyes. And and so you sitting and talking to somebody, and they right here, and you talking to them, you can't even see their mouth expressions, their cheek, nothing. All you see is the squint of their eyes. And usually when you're talking, an emotion is spent through your cheeks and your jaws, and all you can see is, so people going out now, they hat down all the way. Think about it, they hat down all the way. They got their glasses or sunglasses on, whatever the case may be. They got the mask all the way up here. I mean, think about it. This is what we used to. This is what we used to. And we all walking around, we creeped out. And we got used to being creeped out. We used to being creeped out. I don't know, man. And now it's getting to the point now, if you really think about it, it's getting to the point now where you almost forgetting how it was to be normal. Telling me if I ain't lying. Is that happening to you? Where you almost to the point now where you forgetting how it was to be normal? Tell me if I'm telling the truth. We forgot how it is to be normal. Now we have a faint recollection on how it used to be. We having a real hard time of remembering how it used to be normal. I know I am. Where you can go outside and not think about it. Where you can go touch something, and not saying that you shouldn't be clean and washing your hands all the time. But we done got to the point now where we really done forgot how it is to be normal. Think about it. 2.5 years now, we done been washing our hands to death, walking around like this, staying away from everybody, that we done forgot really how it is to be normal. We always conscious of of everything now. Not saying that you shouldn't be, but we thinking about it. So now you really can't enjoy yourself like how you used to. We all are altered. And now we can't even remember how it really was to be normal. That was hey man, I didn't do much when times were normal, but I enjoyed them. That's for sure. I like getting up and not thinking about it and going to the store, and not thinking about grabbing a mask and walking in like this. Or seeing somebody you ain't seen in a minute and give them a true dat, bam. Now you got to think about it. Or every time you hear somebody cough, like we still even when times was normal, you hear somebody cough, you still be like, you be like, dang, you up there coughing. But now you hear somebody cough, you like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different now. So them days is, I don't know. All because somebody wanted to mess around, quote unquote, they say, play around in the lab, making some stuff that they had no business making, and it got out and changed everything. That's crazy. That's real crazy when you think about it. A dude in a room probably no bigger than this basement that I'm in. A dude in a room no bigger than this basement that I'm in. Up around, playing around with chemicals. Think about it. Playing around with chemicals, doing this and that. Effing around with petri dishes and syringes and biohazardous material, whatever they doing, and monkeys and bats and pus and all that other whatever. Mess around and made something that you can't go to the store now until you like this. I'm telling you, bro. It's evil, man. World is crazy, crazy evil. And we got some good people in it. You say, am I coming to Caleb's HBCU graduation? Yep, I'm coming. Yep, I'll be there. I don't know if I'll be there like this though. I should have made this shirt with a dude with a mask on. This supposed to be me right here, y'all. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Look that up, the KBB 1.5 Omicron. They really not talking about it. They really not talking about the side effects of the vaccine. But things are starting to come out about that. So keep an eye out on that. But overall, don't be worried about too much, man. I say, look, don't be worried about too much. It's a lot to get you. It's a lot to get you overwhelmed. It's a lot to get you overwhelmed out here. What's been going on and how things have been going on. It's a lot to get you overwhelmed, and start you getting scared and thinking about what this happened and that happened, and if this happened, that'll happen, and your mortality and things. It's a lot to get you scared and worried, man. So just do things that's gonna make you happy at this point. Be with your family, do the things that you like. Now more than ever is the perfect place and time to do the things that you like to do. That's why I'm doing this is more frequent, regardless of if there's a lot of participation, because it's something I like to do. Also gives me some type of chronicling of me, I guess. But and I like, so try to do something and things that make you have fun, because if not, you're gonna worry all the time. I can't speak on you, I can speak on me, but if you're just sitting idle, a lot of times a lot of things have time to pour into your head, like the COVID vaccine, or like the next whatever. I mean, it's some of everything, problems and stress, they have time to creep and fester in you if you just sitting and you're not doing much. So that's why you need to do the things that you may like to do or say that you want to do, because other than that, you don't control nothing. You don't control anything. I'm always thinking about I'm always thinking about money. I'm always thinking about I should do this to do that to do this and bam, bam, bam. I should have put money in here. But sit and think about that all day. Sit up, think about that all day, and start tripping and worrying more. All I could do is say, okay, well, I am where I am at this moment. Going forward, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. So I encourage you all to, whatever it is that you say you want to do, please get to it. Please get to it. As you see, time is getting fast. I don't know if it's winding on up. So the next one, so tomorrow I will be coming, and I will be coming a little bit earlier. I need a Pilates class. I don't know what I'll need a Pilates class for. Nah. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gaining 5 more pounds. I'm 170. I'm 175 right now. Miss Mary Kay, hey, I'm 175 right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gain 5-6 more pounds, God willing, and then I'm gonna start going to the gym. I ain't gonna get ripped, but no, I ain't gotta go to the gym. You get some water jugs. I don't need Pilates to help me poop. You know what I'm saying? I don't need Pilates to help me. I'm doing a little bit too much of that right now. You know what I'm saying? But for real though, get the 180, 181, whatever, and then I'm just gonna get some, light weight work, very light. I ain't doing nothing to strain myself. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm thinking about doing. And by that time, I'm thinking maybe in the next, God willing, next 2 weeks, I'll probably have five more extra ones. And then I'll start trying to find a regimen to, do. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll be coming on back. And the topic will be, is time winding on up? Is we winding on up? I don't know. But to the people from YouTube, I don't know who's there on YouTube, but again, thanks for YouTube. Also for the people that's on Twitter, I don't know. Twitter, I don't know. It's maybe I gotta dance in my underwear. But no, I ain't doing all that. But I'm gonna keep doing this. But I'm gonna be back tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier, around 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and we be gonna come back and talk about it's time winding on up. I had the number out, no calls tonight, and that's fine. I do have somebody that wants to come on and be on screen with me. I just haven't did that yet. It's a couple of things technically that I want to work out before I do that. Before I do it. So, and then have a conversation. I gotta make it easy for the person where they just hit a link, not like Zoom or anything. But I'm working on a couple things just to make it easier on the person that might come and things like that. Shout out to our Netta Holt, happy birthday, and shout out to all the birthdays. So with everybody, hopefully y'all have a good rest of your Saturday night wherever you may be. Keep God first, family second, and you third. In that order, you should never be made last. We will be coming back tomorrow, and the question will be time. Is it winding on up or what? And with that being said, I am out of here. Y'all have a good one. We've been on for at least a good hour and 15 minutes, and that's good enough. I'll see y'all soon.